again to the Acolyte Podcast. Today we are going to be reading the third chapter of Dante's Inferno, which gives us the gates of hell. Also, we have an interaction with Pope Celestine. We have the shores of Acheron. We meet Charon the boatman. And we get the earthquake and the swoon. Let's get to it. Through me the way is to the city dolent. Through me the way is to eternal dole. Through me the way among the people lost. Justice incited my sublime Creator, created me divine omnipotence, the highest wisdom and the primal love. Before me there was no created things, only etern, and I eternal last. All hope abandon ye who enter in. These words in somber color I beheld, written upon the summit of a gate. Whence I, there since is Master Heart to me, and he to me as one experienced. Here all suspicion needs must be abandoned. All cowardice must needs be here extinct. We to the place have come where I have told thee, thou shalt behold the people dolorous, who have forgone the good of intellect. And after he had laid his hands on mine, with joyful mien, whence I was comforted, he led me in among the secret things. Their sighs, complaints, and ululations loud resounded through the air without a star, whence I at the beginning wept thereat. Languages diverse, horrible dialects, accents of anger, words of agony, and voices high and hoarse, with sound of hands, made up a tumult that goes whirling on forever in that air forever black, even as the sand doth when the whirlwind breathes. And I, who had my head with horror bound, said, Master, what is this which now I hear? What folk is this which seems by pain so vanquished? And he to me, this miserable mountain that melancholy souls of these who lived withouten infamy or praise. Commingled are they with that caitiff choir of angels, who have not rebellious been, nor faithful were to God, but were for self. The heavens expelled them, not to be less fair, nor them the nethermore abyss receives, for glory none the damned would have from them. And I, O Master, what so grievous is to these, that maketh them lament so sore? And he answered, I will tell thee very briefly. These have no longer any hope of death, and this blind life of theirs is so debased, they envious are of every other fate. No fame of them the world permits to be. Misericord and justice both disdain them. Let us not speak of them, but look and pass. And I, who looked again, beheld a banner, which whirling round ran on so rapidly, that of all paused, it seemed to me indignant, and after it there came so a long train of people that I had never would have believed that ever death so many had undone. When some among them I had recognized, I looked, and I beheld the shade of him who made through cowardice the great refusal. Forthwith I comprehended, and was certain, that this the sect was of the caitiff wretches hateful to God and to his enemies. These miscreants, who never were alive, were naked, and were stung exceedingly by gadflies and by hornets that were there. These did their faces irrigate with blood, which with their tears commingled at their feet. By the disgusting worms was gathered up, and when to grazing farther I betook me. People I saw on a great river's bank, whence said I, Master, now vouchsafe to me, that I may know who these are, and what law makes them appear so ready to pass over, as I discern athwart the dusky light. And he to me, These things shall all be known to thee, as soon as we our footsteps stay upon the dismal shore of Acheron. Then with mine eyes ashamed and downward cast, fearing my words might irksome be to him, from speech refrained, till we reached the river. And lo, towards us came in a boat an old man, hoary, with the hair of eld, crying, Woe unto you, ye souls depraved! Hope nevermore to look upon the heavens. I come to lead you to the other shore, to the eternal shades in heat and frost. And thou, that yonder standest, living soul, withdraw thee from these people who are dead. But when he saw that I did not withdraw, he said, By other ways, by other ports, thou to the shore shalt come, not here for passage. A lighter vessel needs must carry thee. And unto him my guide, Vex thee not, Charon, it is so willed. There where is power to do that which is willed, and farther question not. Thereat were quieted in the fleecy cheeks of him the ferryman of the livid fen, who round about his eyes had wheels of flame. But all those souls who weary were, and naked, their color changed, and gnashed their teeth together, as soon as they had heard those cruel words. God they blasphemed, and their progenitors, the human race, the place, the time, the seed of their engendering and of their birth. Thereafter, altogether, they drew back, bitterly weeping, to the accursed shore, which waiteth every man who fears not God. Charon the demon, with the eyes of Geld, beckoning to them, collects them all together, beats with his oar whoever lags behind. As in the autumn time the leaves fall off, first one and then another, till the branch unto the earth surrenders all its spoils. In similar wise the evil seeds of Adam throw themselves from that margin one by one, at signals, as a bird unto its lure. So they depart across the dusky wave, and ere upon the other side they land, again on this side a new troop assembles. My son, the courteous master, said to me, All those who perish in the wrath of God here meet together out of every land, and ready are they to pass over the river, because celestial justice spurs them on, so that their fear is turned into desire. This way there never passes a good soul. And hence if Charon doth complain of thee, well mayest thou know now what his speech imports. This being finished, all the dusk champagne trembled so violently, that of that terror the recollection bathed me, still with sweat, and lands of tears gave forth a blast of wind, and fulminated a vermilion light, which overmastered in me with every sense, and as a man whom sleep hath seized, I fell. Alright everyone, that will bring us to the end of the third chapter of Dante's Inferno, and brings us to the beginning of our journey through hell. Now there's just a few things I want to talk over, discuss. We're introduced to the first few of our souls outside of Virgil and Dante that we interact with, be that temporarily or conversed with on this journey. First is described angels that chose no side in the conflict between God and the devil inside the Christian mythology. So these are those who, be it for whatever reason, chose to side with themselves. Then you you also have those hateful to God and his enemies. And I have interpreted that as people of no faith, people who refused to make a choice on either side, just like those angels. So you have angels and human souls in that same first entryway. And we're also introduced to our first character of Greek mythology who has been demonized quite literally, and that is Charon the boatman. And he is the man, the ferryman, drives the dead across the river in Greek mythology, and you see Dante has placed him inside of the Christian pantheon as the ferryman of the Christian hell. I just think it's fascinating. It was one of the many tools used to help conversion. Is that demonization of other gods from other pantheons. That will sum up today's reading and discussion. Feel more than welcome to jump in the comment section and give me your thoughts. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to let you know when we next upload our videos. Thanks so much.